Hey, welcome to the Original Brew Collective podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time listening or watching or however you are tuning in, each week we review a different beer and we talk about a variety of different topics, which we call our brewery talk. And today our brewery talk is just kind of like different trends throughout the decades, and our beer has a lot to do with why we're talking about that. So Robert, what are we drinking today and what are we talking about today?
Yeah, I will say, Ben already noted that brewery talk today is going to be trends throughout the decades, 90s and then moving forward, but we're also going to be diving into trends within the brew scene, the beer scene in general that we've been seeing as of late that are kind of interesting. But yeah, today we were drinking Dunzo by Back Channel Brewing. We're really, really, really excited.
I'm so excited.
Back Channel is in Spring Park, Minnesota. This is our first ever tasting, and they started the bowl trend. So drinking from bowls, which is why we're talking about weird, interesting trends from the decades and in the beer scene and everything. Because this is one of the ones in the beer scene right now is drinking from bowls. I mentioned their location and everything. It's on my list of breweries that I definitely want to make my way out there. I don't have much reason right now to go to Minnesota, but now I do. I want to go there.
Definitely.
They have it looks like a really cool setup. They've sent these beers to us in these bowls and they hooked us up. So shout out to Back Channel Brewing. Go follow them on Instagram.
They put out really good stuff.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Yeah, their content's really cool. So go follow them. Check if you've never heard of them. Go check them out on Instagram, Facebook, just on social media in general. Give them a follow. They definitely deserve it. Like I said, they hooked us up with this stuff. We're really excited. One of the questions I had was why bowls? Like, how did this seems so random? I know proper glassware is a thing that's like, a trend right now. I would say more people care about drinking from the proper glassware based off of the beer. And so I was just really curious, why bowls? And funny story, they filled us in and let us know that they were actually traveling. They were at an Airbnb. They ran out of glassware, and they didn't want to disrespect the beer by drinking it out of the can. If you're not sure why you shouldn't do that.
I like these guys.
You can drink it out of the can, but the reason why you shouldn't if you don't have to is because of the aromatics and how much that has to do with the flavor and the taste that you get. Is super.
The experience overall.
Yeah, the experience overall is going to be better out of the can if you drink it from a glass because so much of the taste has to do with smell. And so they were at this Airbnb. They ran out of glassware. They had beers, though. They wanted to drink them. So they grabbed bowls because they're like, this is all we got. Let's use it. And the experience that they had with, like I said, the aromatics and everything, because you stick your face into these bowls when you're taking that sip. They described it as, they said it was off the charts. It was an incredible experience, like as far as the drinking experience visually and the aromatics and everything was just an explosion of flavor. So they said, we have to do this. And so they created bowls. And so really cool. I don't think they sell these online. I simply reached out on their Instagram and they followed up with me and got these over to us. We're really excited to be trying this. Yeah. And so the beer today is, I already told you, it's Dunzo. Fun fact, they just changed the name recently. It was, when they first released this, it was called Gonzo. The reason they changed the name was because another brewery, a friend of theirs, reached out and they already had a beer called Gonzo. And that brewery kind of filled them in on the meaning of Gonzo to them. And so they said, okay, we really, Back Channel really respected that. And so they said, you know what, we're not going to call it Gonzo anymore. So the name Gonzo for us is done. It's Dunzo. And so they call this one Dunzo now. So
That's cool.
It's if you've heard of Gonzo from Back Channel, this is the same beer. It's just now called Dunzo is the official name. It's an IPA, New England style. We're really excited to crack this open. I don't know the name of this. This isn't a crowler that they've given us. It's a little over 25 ounces though. And it's freshly canned. We just received it in the mail yesterday. And we're really excited to crack this one open. So should we get started?
Let's do it, man.
Yeah. So for those of you who are currently listening and not watching with us on YouTube, once again, we are drinking Dunzo by Back Channel Brewing Company in Spring Park, Minnesota. This is a New England IPA coming in at 6.75 ABV. Green can with geometric design across and the name Dunzo on it. All right. So now that we have the beer poured into our bowls.
Into our bowls.
That's the first time we've ever said that.
Yeah.
First time. I mean, absolutely.
Ever. Yeah.
I've never said, now that my beer's in my bowl.
Yeah.
Now that our beer is in our beer bowls.
It's so cool.
I mean, the color on this one is pretty solid. Looking like a dark orange juice. Like a burnt orange juice. A little bit, right?
Yeah, I would say so. It's definitely hazy, but I wouldn't say...
I mean, you can't see through it.
No, you can't.
Although it is different looking through a bowl because
that's true.
There's so much depth to it versus if we have it in our standard glasses, which would be Teku's.
Yeah.
So we typically use.
Yeah.
Usually that less space, so it usually will shine a little bit more light through, or the possibility of doing that.
It's interesting too with the bowl because if you like hold it up, you can see that it's darker at the bottom and then gradually gets lighter towards the top. At least that's what I'm seeing, and I don't know, it's nice. But yeah, definitely like a dark orange.
It's going to be different. We pour these into bowls instead of our standard glasses that we would use.
Mm-hmm.
So the head retention, I mean, I felt like it was good head retention.
It was good, yeah.
It's new to me to see it poured into a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And it was different pouring into a bowl. I felt like we were able to pour it a little more rough, and the head was just perfect by doing that. Mm-hmm. Pouring it into a bowl versus our glasses.
Mm-hmm.
It had a solid head retention.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the color is nice. Let's see what we get on the nose.
I know, I'm so...
Kind of putting our face into a bowl.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it.
Smells kind of danky and citrus. Some orange. A little bit of sweetness too.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the dankiness on it, but I mean, it smells, I like orange is coming through to me a lot, actually. Yeah. It's interesting smelling it out of the bowl, because I'm trying to think of like what it would smell like in a Teku, or just in another glass, because like I can tell like the smell is like, I don't want to, like, for lack of a better word, like separated. Like it's not as strong as I think as it would be, but it's like you can definitely, like it smells juicy. It's so funny putting your bowl, just your face in a bowl.
Yeah.
It smells really good, actually.
It does.
Yeah, very citrusy and maybe like strawberry too.
Yeah. That would make sense for the sweetness that I was picking up on, actually.
Yeah, strawberry and like maybe like I'm also getting like raspberry.
Just berry?
Yeah, I think I'm getting berry.
Yeah.
For sure.
So danky, citrus, particularly orange. And then some berry, like strawberry, raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And that makes sense for the sweetness I was picking up on. You want to see what we're getting on the palate?
Yeah, let's do it.
That is a smooth IPA.
It is.
That's really smooth and really interesting because I feel like I am getting a little bit of strawberry on the palate. Yeah, for sure. I feel like on the taste of it, it's like berry to me. I'm getting berry. Yeah, this is really good. That's interesting. This is a different IPA. Usually, in a great way. Yeah, for like usually like at least the IPAs that I drink, like a lot of the time, they're like citrusy and like tropical. Yeah, and like very common for the. So this is like berry. Mm-hmm. You know, like. For me, like that's what I'm getting. That's interesting. I like it. This is really good. I definitely would love to get more. I don't know if they can or not. When we were in communication with Back Channel, they just kept saying we're going to be sending you fresh IPA, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like they're gonna be doing a can release soon and send us right when they can them. And then I was like, suspicious. I was like, wait, they keep saying fresh IPA. So are they going to send us like crowlers or something? And I don't know the proper terminology for this can because this isn't a crowler. Crowlers are typically 32 ounces. Mm-hmm. This is 25.4. So I don't know if this is classified as a crowler. I'm sure there's probably maybe a different name for this. Cran. A what? Cran. Like K-R, or not K, C-R-A-N, like a can and a crowler mix. Oh yeah, a cran. I don't know. Okay, but a crowler is a can. I know. But this is So this was actually canned just a few days ago, as we mentioned. And this is cool. Are you getting bitterness at all? It was on the nose, the dankiness. I thought it was going to be more bitter than it is.
Because, like, I'm actually getting some bitterness on it. But, like, I don't know.
More up front.
Yeah, everyone's palate is different. Yeah. And so, like, because when I eat berries, they're really bitter to me. You know, and so...
Interesting.
Yeah,
so... Strawberries?
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes, not like all the time, so maybe it like depends on. Maybe I've just been eating bad strawberries
your entire life.
But like raspberries for sure, and like blackberries, those aren't bitter to you?
No.
Those are bitter to me.
That's
like
interesting.
Raspberries and blackberries, so like that's why I'm so but I still like them a lot. So I'm like that's why I'm getting like it's berry.
You know what's nice about drinking out of the bowl, and I don't know if you're getting this too, because we both have facial hair, is I get a little bit on the stash.
Nice.
Seconds.
Yeah, it's like a little surprise after. That's funny.
This is really good beer right off the bat. Dunzo, Back Channel, said it multiple times. I'm going to keep saying it. Really enjoy this beer.
That's really good.
Yes, it does. Okay, you know, so I felt like the bitterness was hitting me kind of up front, but I was getting like the sweetness of like the berry. You do get some citrus and some dankiness for sure. I'm really impressed with the berry flavor, the notes that are going on in this. This is really good beer. But the bitterness does linger with you a little bit. But it's not overly bitter at all.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's like a very well balanced beer.
Yeah, it is.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. So, because we're drinking out of bowls, you know, it's kind of a thing that we've been seeing. What piqued our interest and why I found out about Back Channel was because the bowl fad that I've been seeing on social media. I was like, what is going on with this bowl fad? And traced it back to, I believe, Back Channel was, you know, really started this, as far as I'm concerned. And that kind of led to what should we talk about for Brewery Talk. And we talked about let's do trends. Let's talk about trends. And so Ben isn't aware of the trends that I'm going to discuss. I'm just going to talk of trends, you know, since the 90s and onward, and then we're going to kind of dive in from there into beer trends, some interesting beer trends over the years that we've seen. So some of these, the decade ones, aren't necessarily going to be like our big focus, but I thought some of them were funny to talk about. And so for 90, I have my phone out, just for reference, because there's a lot of trends.
I like how you just have your like hands on the bowl too.
I don't want to. I'm afraid someone's going to come up and take this bowl away from me. Yeah. I don't want to lose it. I'm
just holding it.
It's really cool drinking out of a bowl.
It is.
It's different.
I like it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I definitely see why it's a trend.
Yeah, it's cool. Sure. It's definitely a different experience. I like it. I think it's really cool. I probably more often than not will stick to, you know, my like other glassware, but for special occasions this bowl's coming out.
Maybe like on like Super Bowl Sunday, gotta break out the bowl.
The bowl for Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, I definitely will be using this bowl again for special occasions.
Yeah.
This is a solid piece of glassware now. But 90s trends, two in particular came into mind for me. And one was Jinko jeans. You remember Jinko jeans? Yeah, my wife had never heard of Jinko jeans. She's like,
really?
Jinko jeans. I don't know how she missed out on that trend, but there were like those huge, I don't know if you'd consider them parachute pants.
They were huge.
In the 90s,
jeans.
Baggy jeans were just the thing, and they were like over the top baggy.
Yeah.
Like you could fit like people into one leg of those pants. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I thought Jinko jeans were funny. And then like excessively high platform shoes.
Oh.
And I feel like that, like the Spice. I remember the Spice Girls were big in the 90s,
yeah.
and they all had platform shoes. And so I remember girls in elementary school in the 90s, when I was in elementary school, wearing platform shoes, like really high, and they always wanted to be taller than the other girls and stuff like that. That's just one thing I remember.
That's funny.
Platform shoes specifically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be weird. I feel like to see people in platform shoes.
Yeah,
or Jinko jeans.
I know. Or both together.
Or both. Yeah, those were what I had for the 90s. Obviously, there were a lot more than just that. But for the early 2000s, we have frosted lip gloss.
Frosted lip gloss.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I do. Like, I remember.
Like the super shiny.
I remember girls, like, flavored. Is that kind of this, like, it was flavored lip gloss?
I never wore any. I don't know.
Well, I know, but, like, I remember girls, they would,
Except for that one time I was experimenting.
Yeah. I just remember girls would have, like, the very strong smelling lip gloss. So it was, like, I don't know, strawberry and, I don't know, different types of flavors that they put on.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right. I just know they had, like, a super...
Yeah, you don't really see lip gloss anymore.
Yeah. That was... I mean, that's why it was, like, a fad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. And then, bedazzled jeans.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bedazzled jeans. Also, pants with writing on the butt. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I never did that.
Well, yeah, I don't think dudes did it.
Is
much.
that
Yeah?
Okay? These
It
are
was
like
a girl thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
what do they write on their butt?
Like it was like a lot of brands. So like I think Abercrombie
Oh,
actually
like,
did it.
I feel like
but
Victoria's
Secret
yeah.
pink on the butt.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
We almost just said Victoria's Secret at the same time.
cool. Damn it. Should have timed that better. But yeah, Victoria's Secret is one like brand or company that's really well like known. They did it a
I
lot.
feel like they still might do that.
They might.
Yeah.
I just remember there was a lot of different. I think Abercrombie did it, and they just put the name brand on the butt.
Totally remember that.
It's a little bit subjective in a way, but
yeah.
And then, studded belts. Did you ever wear a studded belt?
I did.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, I was in a screamo. Well, I want to say screamo, but I was a
Rock
drummer.
band.
Yeah, a band. And
You drummed in a band?
yeah, I was the drummer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was the drummer, and I had a mohawk, and every show I would.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so every show I would wear a tank top, and then I had this.
That was so you had like an outfit.
Yeah, so I'd wear a tank top with my mohawk, and I had a studded belt, and that was like really cool.
What was your band name?
It was Remedy 4110.
Okay, I saw you guys play, but I didn't know you drummed. I thought you played like guitar in that with your brother.
No, I was the drummer.
Oh, that makes sense because your brother did play guitar, right?
Yeah.
And then that's how that was like our first kind of experience. Being around each other.
I know. Yeah.
I had a really good friend at the time who played guitar for a short period of time in that band.
Mm-hmm.
Joined your band, and he played guitar, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a mohawk.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, you
But
sound like you were a lot cooler back then.
Yeah, I did wear the studded belt though.
Yeah.
Before that, it was a look.
I don't know if this is just a thing like our friends did or what not, but we would not wear it the studded belt. We'd wear the studded belts. Me and all my friends wore studded belts, but we'd wear them not forward. We'd wear them.
Sideways. I remember that. Yeah, that was definitely like that was a trend for sure.
And then I think this was before. It was early 2000s still, but before, and I think it kind of goes the 90s bleeding in a little bit to the early 2000s. But frosted tips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those were cool.
I had frosted tips.
Did you? Gosh, man,
okay. So it was before I moved. I had moved around a lot. So where did I live before? Colorado. I was living in Colorado, and me and my brother, we had a bet. We were like, hey, let's see who can grow their hair the longest. But before we did that, I like bleached my hair for like frosted tips, you know?
Yeah.
And then I ended up growing my hair the longest, but my hair grew so long that it grew over like everything. So people thought I was blonde.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So people thought I was blonde, and then when I finally cut my hair, they're like, wait, you have brown hair? And I was like, yeah. It was bleached. I don't know. So I had frosted tips.
What year was that?
I really wasn't that cool.
No. These were the weird trends back then, so you were cool, I guess.
So we're the same age. That was sophomore year. So that would be like 2004 or 5.
I'm so bad with that stuff.
Yeah. I was 15.
Yeah,
we were
2005.
15. Yeah,
2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
So.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
It's funny because I was thinking frosted tips were cool, like when we were in like junior high.
They probably were.
But in the 90s, it was in I think 90s and 2000, 2001, it was you bleached your hair like Eminem, right?
Yeah, I remember
that was a thing. A lot of people did that.
It's funny.
New trends. I thought I've seen these on social media. I don't know how many people are aware of this. I don't know if you are, but the whole fanny pack thing. People are wearing fanny packs strapped over their shoulder and like then under their other arm, and so it goes a fanny pack across their chest, like slinged over their chest.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's convenient.
I mean, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm not aware. So I wonder why.
I have no idea. I know the clothing line Supreme. They produce some fanny packs. They release some fanny packs.
I could actually see because when I'm walking around, I always have my wallet in my pocket, my phone, and then my keys. And sometimes I don't like them in there. So maybe I should get a fanny pack. So
maybe you should start. It's in right now, so you better start before it is out.
Yeah.
Actually, interesting. Sitting on your wallet. So a lot of guys will have their wallet. I don't know where else you put it. They have it in their back pocket, and that is actually unhealthy for your posture and your spine.
I always take it out of my pocket.
Yeah, you should actually take your wallet out of your pocket because you're not sitting straight, like properly, evenly, and so it messes with your spine.
Yeah.
So it can cause.
It's just uncomfortable.
Technically, it could cause actually issues like way down the road, but. Yeah, so maybe we should all invest in fanny packs.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah, and then once those chest fanny packs are out of style, maybe the actual real fanny packs, like around the hip, come back, and we just start wearing them there. So you just apply them wherever they're cool at the time.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Dude, that's a great idea.
Thanks, man. Maybe we'll create Original Brew Collective.
Ooh, yeah, dude.
Who wants fanny packs? At that point, they
have a spot for cans and proper glassware to carry.
We shouldn't be sharing this. We're doing this. Trademark pending.
Yeah.
Trademark
we said
pending.
We said it.
I don't think they should be called fanny packs, though. If you're not wearing around your fanny.
That's true.
It's just funny to say, call it a fanny. But that's why they call it fanny
body pack or something.
Yeah, chest pack.
Chest pack. That's
body
true.
Pack.
That's true.
It's not a body pack.
Oh.
The OBC, Original Brew Collective Body Pack.
There you go.
That's it.
I like it.
All right, happening.
We might need to cut this out, so.
Yeah, we'll see. Trademark pending. Male rompers.
Oh.
And then there's a name for, there's a brand.
I have
Is it
those.
Romp Him?
I don't. I don't know.
Romp Him, I think, or something.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked into
I think there's a company out there called Romp Him,
and
that does the male rompers instead of romper.
I could not pull that off.
No, dude, I disagree. I think that you'd be able to do it, and I think that you should maybe bring the frosted tips back, and then wear the fanny pack over the chest,
Just
the body pack.
Put everything in one.
You'd look great. I mean, I don't know. The words can't describe how cool I think you'd look.
We'll see.
And then I kind of segueing into beer. I thought I've done this before. This isn't fashion related at all, but the brew bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are a thing in the last handful of years that have started to pop up in
they do.
big cities.
I haven't personally done it, but it does look fun.
It's fun.
You have done it?
I've done it a few times actually. Yeah, in Sacramento area. It's cool. I think that personally, I would prefer just to go to breweries by not with a bike,
just chill.
You're paying them to let you pedal around with your friends, and it is a fun experience. It's worth doing.
Yeah.
But
something different to do.
Yeah, and I think that they let you. I've never coordinated the event. I've always been just invited because I have so many friends.
Because you're so cool.
Because I'm so cool. I'm not cool. I never had frosted tips. But they're fun. They're fun. But I wouldn't choose to do it. Because it is kind of pricey.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, they just passed in the Sacramento area. At least you're allowed to drink on them now. You weren't allowed to drink on them, and now they allow you. They passed a law so that they're allowed to drink on those bikes, which is cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. And I have not been on them since you can drink, so maybe I should do it at least one more time.
Mm-hmm.
But they're fun. Yeah. And then that's our segue into beer trends. And kicking off beer trends is pastry beer. And we've actually had, and when I think pastry beer,
it's a good trend.
Yeah, there's different styles that are considered pastry styles or pastry beers. I think stouts. I feel like that's the most common you're going to find.
That's what I thought of right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stouts, yeah.
And so that's, for those of you who aren't aware of what is a pastry beer or a pastry stout, I believe the Moxa beer that we had on here, which one was that? The Lush?
The Lush.
That's a pastry stout.
Mm-hmm.
There's things that you're adding a ton of additives to. So for example, the coffee, the cacao nibs, pecans, caramel, and just adding a ton of different stuff into that beer. Makes it, it falls under the pastry stout category at that point.
The definition of pastry is, but anyways.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, I wonder, because I know there's pastry chefs, that make those different baked goods and all that kind of stuff. And
it's just sweets and stuff.
Yeah.
Pastry is a sweet, breaded sweet or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's why I'm sure it's probably called the pastry method. They're adding all this sweet stuff to it to make it. And I know some people have an issue with them because they do veer off of what makes a stout. They're still stouts. But I've read articles and they were saying some people were upset that people nowadays who are starting to really enjoy pastry stouts, and those are their first stouts they're trying, are not going to be familiar with just a straightforward stout, which is really good. I do really enjoy a regular plain stout, not a pastry stout. But they are different. You add, they're adding more stuff. But I think they're delicious.
Well, I just appreciate I don't know, the flavor complexity
Absolutely.
and everything.
It's a craft. It's an art.
Yeah, and it's it's a great experience too. It's all these different flavors coming together, and
and you still do have the backbone of what makes it a stout there. The backbone of a stout is still in that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. There's different complexity and different flavors, and sometimes they can add all this stuff and it doesn't come out tasting right.
Yeah.
So I applaud those who can pull it off really well.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I really enjoy a good pastry stout. With that said, I do enjoy a regular
me too.
Standard traditional stout. Yeah, and I know Ben does.
Yeah, for sure.
One trend that neither of us, I think I could say this, neither of us have tried. And I don't think any brewery in our region has done this. Glitter beer.
Oh, I've never tried that.
Yeah.
Nope.
And for those of you who are not familiar with glitter beer, it's beer with glitter. That's what it is. It's edible
exactly
glitter.
What it sounds like.
And so I've seen it a lot and online and social media, and it's literally people like swirl it around, and so it's your beer in your glass, and it's like glistening, glittering, swirling around.
I will say I'm not interested in.
Neither am I.
I don't
If I were to go to a brewery and see it,
yeah,
I'd maybe be like, what the heck? Give me a half pour.
Yeah, I would get it. You're right.
You got to do it for the gram.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I don't have no desire to, like, I would never seek one out, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the last like year or so, that's been a fad that's been going around.
Yeah.
But I don't think any brewery in our area has put out a glitter beer. And
I haven't heard
of it.
I mean, I've heard of it, but not in our area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all like just edible glitter. So it's like, okay, I know that when they first started getting big and blowing up, there was a lot of question on, is this like healthy? Like, can you drink this?
Can you drink glitter?
Yeah, but it's edible glitter. You can drink edible glitter.
Yeah.
Milkshake IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you've had milkshake IPAs.
I have, yeah.
In my opinion, I think they're a little hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're not always done right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't say that. So maybe they're done right, I'm sure. It's just it doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
And so I've had I've had a few that I thought were super good. Moonraker has put out one in particular. I have not tried, so I can't vouch for all their milkshake IPAs. But I've had one of their recent milkshake IPAs, and I was blown away. And I was like, this tastes like what a milkshake IPA should taste like.
Mm-hmm.
It was spot on. It tastes like a milkshake, but a beer. But I've had a few, like actually last night, I don't want to say where, because I love this brewery, but I was at a brewery that I really respect, and I had one of their milkshake beers and IPAs, and I did not like it. I was kind of disappointed. But with that said, not much more to say. I mean, I really respect them.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It's all...
Yeah. It's just maybe that's not for me, the milkshake IPAs, which is totally fine, you know? Maybe they're crushing it. Maybe other people will think that's a really good beer.
Yeah, I mean, because the same thing, like, people might really not like pastry stouts. Mm-hmm. And we do. And then, you know what I mean? Like, it's just preference.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
There might be some people that just love the milkshake IPAs, but...
Yeah. Next round, have you ever had a black, or I think they go interchangeable, black or dark IPA?
Not that I can recall.
So
I'm not sure.
If you've listened to all our episodes, one of our one of the past episodes, not too long ago, we talked about our favorite. You go to the grocery store, what's cheap beer that you would buy, just more inexpensive. You just go buy a 6-pack of this at your local grocery store that you could find, but it's still a craft beer. And yours is 21st Amendment, and they make and distribute a black IPA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so I've had black IPAs. I think they're good, the ones I've had. But I feel like they were kind of starting to make a name for themselves at the same time as New England IPAs really started taking off. And so I think that New England is kind of like, they overshadowed.
Do you know what the flavor profile is supposed to be on those?
It's just like a darker, almost like notes of like a darker malt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're good.
Yeah.
The ones I've had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've only had a handful of dark IPAs.
I just think with New Englands, they're so juicy and
yeah, absolutely. They're very
refreshing. You know?
Yeah, those are different than the black IPAs.
Yeah,
definitely a different flavor profile. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people like, I don't know, juicy beers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then this is just the last one, and I've been noticing this a lot with all the hyped up can releases, bottle releases. This one actually applies just to bottle releases, but when brewing companies are about to drop a new bottle, a new beer in bottles, they wax dip it now.
Oh,
which I think is kind of cool.
Fancy.
Yeah,
that is cool. I like that.
I think that it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I don't know if some people are bothered by that, but I think it looks really cool.
No, that's cool. It's it's bottled. It's kind of old school.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's bottled like usual, but they literally just have this melted wax, and they just kind of dip in the top, so where the bottle cap is and stuff, and the top of the neck of the bottle, and then they just dip it in, and then take it out and let it sit and dry.
I love that, dude.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. It's kind of like how in the olden days they used to have their stamped seal.
I'd pay more for that.
How much more?
I don't know. It just would look cool.
It would look cool.
Yeah. Dang, that's awesome. That's fun.
I mean, it does look cool.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I've never actually gotten a bottle release, or gone to a bottle release where I've gotten one that was dipped. I've seen them a lot. But I've never gotten one before. But Maybe one day. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the trends.
Dude, that was fun.
Cool.
I liked hearing those. That was cool.
Yeah. And bringing it back to the source is the reason we talked about trends is because of these beer bowls.
These bowls.
These are awesome. So just to give you an idea, like of the size of these, obviously, like my hands aren't able to wrap around them. These bowls, these cans, they can almost fit this entire can, and this can is 25.4 fluid ounces.
Mm-hmm.
And so this bowl can almost take up the entire.
Yeah,
it almost fit the entire beer.
Like size wise, it's like a bowl that I would like eat cereal out of.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't eaten cereal in years. I'm actually, fun fact, not the biggest fan of cereal.
Yeah.
Unless we're talking like Captain Crunch with berries.
Ooh,
but,
that sounds good.
Yeah. Ooh, another trend. I am shocked I left this off the list. Is cereal beer.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
There's a brewery called 450.
450 North.
450 North, yeah.
450 North, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I said 450. I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say 450?
It's 450.
I mean, maybe
it's 450 North, yeah.
Maybe they call it 450.
Yeah, we should try to get some of their beers.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
they
we
have
should.
Lucky Charms themed and like Fruity Pebbles and
yeah. I mean, it's cool. Definitely, and I know I've actually recently discovered that a lot of breweries don't like the term hype, but there's a lot of hype behind those beers.
Yeah. Well, why not? People get hyped and want to try it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that maybe they don't like it because hype leads to like certain expectations, and so they're like, "Wow."
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, it's just cool too because they want it to be about the beer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. 450 North is one good example, but they do a lot of them actually.
Mm-hmm.
Beer, cereal themed beers, like you said, what Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Fruity Pebbles,
Tricks.
I've seen. Yeah, Tricks and Fruit Loops and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I can't believe that didn't make my list.
Well, it did.
And now it did.
It did after.
Yeah. But these bowls, I'm really excited to get my hands on them.
I was so pumped.
Yeah. And absolutely awesome. Thank you again, Back Channel.
Yeah.
Go follow them on social media. That's Back Channel Brewing. Go follow them. Spring Parks?
Yep.
Spring Park?
Minnesota.
You know, it says right here.
It's just it's their Instagram too is just
Spring Park, Minnesota.
It's their content is like really fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like
they have really cool content.
I like it.
Yeah, absolutely check them out. And I don't think I mentioned this before. I said that their brewery was cool, but they have. You remember what it's called?
Oh, it was Shuffle Puck.
Shuffle Puck. They have little. So if you guys are familiar with shuffleboard, it's that, but bigger and ice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's Shuffle Puck.
You need to go, man.
And so they give you these sticks, and you kind of slide the puck, across the ice. I think it's really cool. I'm a big hockey fan.
That's awesome.
Go Sharks. I grew up in San Jose.
Yeah.
So gotta love the Sharks. But yeah, I really want to go there. Shuffle Puck looks really cool. The guys that run it, own it, brew it, seem like really cool dudes.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, the bowls are a thing right now, and we're really excited that we got our hands on them. I think it was worth it.
Oh, it was
absolutely.
for sure.
Like it's a really cool experience drinking from this. The reasoning behind the bowls, I already mentioned it, was the aromatics and everything, and putting your face in and everything, getting the aroma and enhancing the flavor and everything. And I think that's spot on.
And with this beer, Dunzo, it has just gotten better and better.
It actually really has.
It really has.
Yeah,
it has like the bitterness for me has like dissipated. It's not nearly as bitter for me.
It's getting sweeter.
Yeah, it is, and it's good.
You're definitely drinking way more than me. I guess I was talking.
You were.
I'm slow.
It has just gotten better and better.
Absolutely, this is a very.
I still get the
very beer.
I still get the berry notes on it, but also the citrus. But gosh, I'm really enjoying this one.
Yeah,
can't wait to keep drinking.
Once again, this is Back Channel. This is Dunzo, previously called Gonzo. Go follow them on social media. Mm-hmm. Very good beer. Really cool glassware. Really,
for sure.
Yeah, they have other stuff than just bowls, but these bowls are awesome. So I'm really glad that they sent them our way. Shout out to Back Channel. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. We're gonna keep drinking out of our bowls and this incredible beer. A lot of notes, like Ben said, berry and a little bit of dank and citrus. Super good beer. We're gonna keep drinking it, but go follow them. And then go give us a follow as well. So follow Back Channel on Instagram, Facebook, any major social media platform. And then follow at Original Brew Collective on Instagram and Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then Twitter at Brew Original.
Twitter, we are at Brew Original.
Yeah,
Yep.
our name was too long. We've said this before. Our name was too long on Twitter, so the Twitter wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
Damn them. But give us a follow. We'd appreciate that. And then YouTube, subscribe, like, comment. And then any major social media platform, you can give us a listen and subscribe.
Any podcast platform.
Yeah.
Yep.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
really would appreciate it. And you'll just get updates when we post on a weekly basis. And you see our what we think is cool
And you get to
content.
learn about different beers that you might want to get your hands on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So, like I said, we're going to keep on drinking this beer.
Let's do it, man.
Cheers.
Cheers.